Georgia mother of 4 Imani Roberson vanished after Sunday dinner. Roberson, 30, was last seen leaving her mother Clarine Andujar White's home in Conyers, Georgia, on July 16 after having her 4 sons, all boys, ages 11, 9, 3, and 2 months, over for Sunday dinner. Roberson departed in her white Mazda SUV at around 5:30 p.m., leaving the 2 eldest behind after they decided to stay the night with their grandmother, heading back to her own place across town. She was last seen driving on Plantation Road. When Ms. Andujar White, Roberson's mom, subsequently called her daughter and got no answer, she became concerned, eventually visiting Imani's house herself the following day, finding it empty, and reluctantly filing a missing persons report. The police arrived and discovered traces of blood at the property, commencing a hunt for the missing woman that would ultimately clock up more than 400 hours of search time without yielding an outcome as the family appealed for information and detectives executed a series of search warrants, conducted interviews, and checked cell phone records. Grainy footage from a neighbor's Ring doorbell was handed to the family and subsequently passed on to the authorities, and the media showed Roberson's car backing speedily out of her driveway and racing away on the evening she went missing after a loud bang was heard at the property, which Mr. Ackland claimed had been a gunshot. On July 27, 10 days later, police found Roberson's car's burned-out remains. It had been burned from the inside and dumped near Camp Creek Parkway off Union Road in Atlanta, about 24 miles from her home. Its logo was burned into the ground among the ash left behind, indicating that it had been burned from the inside. 8 days after that, the police canines discovered human remains that proved to belong to Roberson not far from the spot where her vehicle had been found torched, prompting a SWAT team to pick up Mr. Anderson that evening. Mr. Anderson, 22, was arrested at an apartment in Atlanta on the evening of Friday, August 4, shortly after his wife's remains had been found by police cadaver dogs in a wooded area outside the city earlier in the day. The suspect was duly charged with felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during commission to attempt a felony by the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Glaze, Donell Anderson's brother, was arrested in early August on suspicion that he assisted Mr. Anderson with hiding Ms. Roberson's body. The children will now be in the care of their grandparents.